Hey guys, what's up? How are you? I hope that you guys are having an amazing day today. If you're new here, hi, my name is Gerald, and in today's video we're going to be doing the eyeshadow palette tag, which I'm so excited. This is my first time doing a tag, which I'm really happy about because I love eyeshadow palettes. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. But before we do, let me just tell you that this tag was originated by Samantha March, and she did a collaboration with Allie Glines. I'll link her channel and everything that you need to know down below for this tag, and of course if you are interested in the questions as well, you can find them down below. So let's go ahead and get started with the tag. All right, so the first thing is your all-time favorite. And my all-time favorite palette, like if I can only keep one palette in my collection, oh my goodness, that will be like super difficult. But I will definitely have to pick this one right here, which it's no longer available. So I do apologize for that. She definitely needs to come back with this palette because it is absolutely beautiful. I love it so much. It just has your neutral shades. You can definitely create something super neutral, super wearable, and of course I love my green tones and my blue tones, as you see right here. Greens are definitely my favorite eyeshadows, and this is just perfection. I absolutely love this palette, so this one has to be my all-time favorite. The second question is your new favorite, and I have to give it to Charlotte Tilbury. This one right here, which is the Celestial Pearl. I absolutely adore this palette right here, this little quad. I think that it is perfection, super beautiful, easy to use. It looks like you have nothing on the eyes because it really doesn't translate when you are creating something, but the minute the light hits your eyes, it's just super reflective, really nice and beautiful. It's like it gives you so much glam in your eyes, and it's just really nice and effortless, super beautiful. I know that it's a little pricey for 4 eyeshadows, but trust me when I tell you, you will feel absolutely beautiful with these 4 shades right here. Once again, it doesn't look like much, but it's so stunning. So I will shut up about it already because I did mention it in a couple of other videos, but yeah, this one, my new favorite. So the next question is keep it for memories, and I have to say that I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes that I keep for memories, especially during the beginning of my journey. They just mean a lot, and maybe we can talk about that in a future video if you guys want to hear a little bit more, because that was a really weird transition from not having any makeup or not being into makeup and then getting into makeup for personal reasons. So anyway, maybe in another video, but I do have a lot of eyeshadow palettes that I absolutely keep just because they bring me so much joy and I reminisce on them, especially when it comes to Anastasia Beverly Hills. I have to give it to Anastasia Beverly Hills because every time they dropped a palette, I was so happy. So a little anecdote that I want to share with you guys is that I took all of my eyeshadow palettes from Anastasia Beverly Hills and I took a picture, I uploaded it to Instagram, and I also uploaded it to Twitter. Not thinking about it, I tagged Anastasia Beverly Hills. I also tagged Norvina. Long story short, Norvina saw my picture and she reached out to me. She said, thank you so much for your support. She was so sweet, and she's like, we want to send you some goodies. So she went ahead and sent me so many single eyeshadows. I was in cloud 9. I was so happy, and I decided to purchase this huge Color Rain eyeshadow palette, and this is where I have all of the eyeshadows that Norvina sent. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure that she didn't send them directly. She probably had somebody send them to me, but you know, it was just a super exciting. It was the best day ever. It was a special moment. I remember opening the boxes with my husband, with my daughter, with my son, and they were like, why are you so excited? They couldn't get it, but you know, it was just an exciting moment. So yeah, that was a long story, and I promise you I'm going to try to move along now a little faster. Anyway, so the next thing is the underrated, and I have to say that is this one right here from Viseart. It has to be the Cashmere palette, or the Kashmiri palette, and this is how it looks like. It is absolutely beautiful. I fell in love with cool tones after trying this palette. It is so gorgeous. The quality is amazing on this palette right here. It is just divine. So gorgeous, super underrated. I think that Viseart is just such a great brand, and it needs to be talked a little bit more about because it is just so gorgeous. I purchased this and I am so happy that I have it in my collections. All right, so the next question is not a favorite, but I can't get rid of it. I have two. It's not that they're not my favorite. I absolutely love the quality in both of these eyeshadow palettes, but it's just the color story is just not for me. And unfortunately, it's so sad because everyone loves this palette in particular, and the other one as well. But this one is the Natasha Denona Retro palette. It's just not my favorite. I have to give it another go because everyone just raves about this palette and how they love the color story, but you really have to be into these colors, and I'm not really into this color, so maybe that's why I really should not have purchased it. But it is Natasha Denona. I absolutely love Natasha Denona's formula. It is so beautiful, so easy, buttery. The cream to powder formula, or the wet to powder, you know what I'm talking about, that formula, it is just super amazing, beautiful to work with, really pigmented, really nothing, like not a lot of fallout, really gorgeous. I mean, it's super pretty, but it's just not my type of vibe. The same thing goes for the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz. This one is a little bit more my style because it has some special shades right here, but at the end of the day, every single look that I've seen and every single time that I've actually wore this one, they all kind of look the same. Like, it's not super versatile. It's just all the looks end up looking the same, and that is the reason why it's in this category right here. So the next question is your fave collab, and I have to say that it was this one right here with MAC and Selena. I bought the whole entire collection and I thought it was just done so nice. The lipsticks, the colors are just perfection, and this little palette is just super beautiful, especially these two shades right here. They're just so pretty. I know it's like a pinky kind of gold, pinky gold and a brown, and those shades are just stunning, super beautiful. The mattes are also really nice and gorgeous. Absolutely love this little collab right here. I thought that they did such an amazing job. So my 2021 favorite has to be a palette that I had sitting there in my collection for a very long time because I was not into cool tones and everyone was loving and talking about it all the time, that I was like, you know what, I purchased it and I still never used it, so I decided to give it a chance. And I'm talking about this one right here, which is the Natasha Denona Glam palette. I tried it for the first time last year in 2021 and I am in love. So after I tried this one first and then tried the Viseart, and the Viseart just definitely like took me to the next level of really giving all of the cool tones like all of the chances in the world. And this one right here was definitely just love at first wear. It was so beautiful. I understood why everybody was just hyping it up. This palette is absolutely stunning and I just could not believe that I had it in my collection for so long and I never gave it a chance, just because I was so stubborn that I'm like, oh yeah, well, it's too cool tone for me. But yeah, is gorgeous on the eyes. So if you already have this one, or if you thought like me that you didn't think that cool tone palettes could look good on your skin tone, if you are around my skin tone, trust me, this palette is absolutely gorgeous. You will love every single look that you create with this palette. The next one is You Didn't Expect to Love, and I have to give it to Danessa Myricks. This one right here is absolutely perfection. I cannot believe that I was really doubting myself, and the reason why is because I'm really new to her brand. I didn't think that I was going to be able to make this work, or I thought that it was just going to be too tricky or maybe too wet, too slippery. So I was just expecting really the worst, and I don't know why. However, this is absolutely gorgeous. There's so many different textures here, so many different colors that you can put together. This is like the most fun palette that I've have in my collection. I have to say, hands down, it's just super gorgeous. I really didn't think that I was going to enjoy these shades right here, but they are just absolutely stunning, and you can definitely make them work in so many different ways. You can make them work on a white base, on a dark base. You can just layer them on top of other eyeshadows. Super beautiful, really fun palette. Did not think that I was going to love this palette as much as I do. The palette that sparks joy, and because I'm into blues right now, I'm in the mood for all the blue shades, and maybe that is the reason why I purchased this Pat Mcgrath palette right here, because of this blue shade. It was just talking to me, especially being her astral shade. It was just so gorgeous. But the one that I have in my eyes is the one that I am really in love with, and is this one right here, which is from Pat Mcgrath. This is the Mothership one. These shades right here, which are her special shades, are just fantastic. Her mattes are absolutely divine to work with, really nice pigmented, but so easy to blend, so easy to create that depth, and it's just beautiful. I did use this palette to create this look right here, and I use this shade as well because, like I said, I'm into like blues right now, and I want all the blues eyeshadows on me. Now the next question is the newest palette in your collection, and I will have to say that it is this little one right here from Chanel. This is the last purchase that I made, and it is the 747 Mediterranean palette. I did a whole entire look using this little quad. I thought that it was going to be a little bit similar to the Charlotte Tilbury, the one that I showed you earlier in this video, but it is not as glittery. It's still really nice and wearable. You just feel really glam in this kind of tones right here. Super easy, really pigmented. This one right here, it gives you the depth that you really need, and it is just a really gorgeous quad from Chanel. And the last question is the first palette that you used for 2022. I have to go back to Instagram, I had to go back to TikTok, I have to go back here and just check on myself because I thought it was going to be the Charlotte Tilbury, but I actually filmed that prior to ending 2021, so I know that that was not the first palette that I used. It was this one right here, which is from Vanity Makeup. This is called the Signature palette. I do have a video using this palette as well, creating a look, and it is really gorgeous. I just love how easy it is to work with and just to create a really nice and glam look. I absolutely love all of these shades right here. So yeah, I can't wait to play with this palette and just find a little bit more time to give it more love. But yeah, this one was my first palette that I used for 2022. So yeah guys, that is it for the video. That is it for the eyeshadow palette tag. I hope that this was entertaining for you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you next time. Bye.